Hello, good evening. Yeah, welcome to our live this evening. It's made for exports, episode 15. Good evening to you. Good evening from Lagos, Nigeria. Where are you joining us from? So maybe it's good morning where you are, or good afternoon. But it's good evening to you from Lagos, Nigeria. How is your day going? Welcome to episode 15 of Made for Exports. For those who are joining us for the very first time, right? Made for Exports is brought to you by Fortress 20 Global. And what we do on Made for Exports is to showcase value-added products from Africa. A lot of advocacy has gone into encouraging value addition to our raw materials before they are exported. And the good news is that a lot of progress has been made. We have processed our raw materials. We are processing our raw materials to export standard, in fact. But the challenge is that you are still unaware of the products, and that's the why of the Made for Export series. So why do we have this program? It's first of all to promote value-added products from Africa, to connect suppliers to buyers for direct purchases, and distributorship opportunities. Because the interesting thing is that some of these people have. Good evening, Pastor Dupsy. How you doing? It's good to see you this evening. Like I said, some of these suppliers have incredible products, right? And they have distributorship opportunities for you. Some of them even do white labeling. That's private labeling. So they can label for you in your name, or they can produce for you in bulk and then you rebag them. But then the why for Made for Exports is so that we can connect suppliers to buyers for direct purchases, so that you can purchase authentic products, right? And then so that you can leverage the opportunities of bulk buying and training opportunities where available. Okay, my guest is here. I'm excited to bring my guest on today. For a long time, all the spices we use, I know most of you who grew up in Nigeria, our Korean time was Ducros and Tiger, right? But some of our women are actually making these spices. And my guest this evening is a healthy ingredients and spice professional. Let me call her a professional. This is something that she has excelled at. In fact, they call her the queen of spices. And you can trust that whatever it is that she's doing it very well. So she's in already. I'm sure. I'm looking for her request. Okay, there's no request yet. Yeah. And she's going to be walking us through her journey. She's going to be telling us about the spices that she currently has. And okay, I can see her request already. This is going to be a very, very interesting conversation, especially if you are big on healthy food, on healthy food ingredients, on healthy spices. It's very, very important for us to pay attention to what we are putting into our bodies. Right. So my guest this evening, she has added value to spices and food ingredients, healthy food ingredients, emphasis on healthy food ingredients. And you're just going to be amazed at the range of products that she has. Um, I'm sure she should come in any minute. I have accepted her request, and um, I'm sure she'll be. Oh, it's saying you're not able to join. Okay, let me accept again. Uh, okay, I'm sure she should be in any minute from now, and then we can kick off this conversation. And if you have questions in the course of this conversation, please ask those questions. She'll be ready to. Yes, she's in.
Hi.
Good
Hello, good evening.
evening. Good evening. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, and you?
Very well, thank you. Very well, very well. You are very welcome. It's good to have you here this evening.
Good evening. Sorry. Will I say fortunately or unfortunately today has been a very stressful day for me. But yeah. Hello, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good
Good
evening.
evening. We're excited to have you here. I know how these days can be. Did you have an exhibition today? Did you have
Um,
to?
I had the meeting, a boot camp from since when? When did I do? I left the house about 7:30, and I got home at about 6.
Oh
So it
wow,
was just a
yeah,
long
a long
day, but
day.
it's a fruitful one. It though it's tiring, but it's a fruitful one. I can't complain. So yeah.
Yeah, so that's the work you have taken up for, for
Mm.
anyone who has decided to be like a forerunner. There's always like some responsibility that comes with it, and I'm excited that you're here this evening. So let me just read your profile so that they know who we're talking to, and then we can get right into the conversation. Yeah. Okay, so my guest this evening is Adanne Uche. She's a visionary leader and the founder and CEO of Addis Agro Processing Limited. Her background is in foreign languages and literature, with nearly 20 years of experience. She channels her passion for food and her dedication to healthy living into transforming the culinary space. Adanne has empowered farmers and promoted nutritious eating, making a significant impact on families. Named among the top 50 MSME founders in 2023 and a fellow of the leading African Women in Food Fellowship, she also serves as a coach, a speaker, a mentor to over 400 women and youth, offering valuable guidance on starting and scaling businesses. Her expertise has led to guest appearances on TV, speaking at global events, and presenting investment pitches. Adanne continually enhances her knowledge through prestigious programs and courses with the goal of positively impacting a large segment of Nigeria's population. Dedicated to sustainable development, she founded a charitable organization to support the underprivileged and foster growth for startups. We wear many hats. Adanne is a member of several renowned organizations and has received grants for her mission. Her products are widely available both locally and internationally, cementing her status as an inspiration in the entrepreneurial world. Please go with me to the comment section and welcome my guest. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Go to the comments and welcome her, and thank her for coming in this evening. It has been a very long day. Saturdays in Lagos can be very, very interesting. So yeah, welcome, Ma. It's a pleasure to
Thank
have
you.
you here this evening. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
Thank
just get right into it. Your background is foreign languages. So how did you move from foreign languages into
you.
agro processing? What's the story?
So, thank you very much. Where we are just reading, I was just thinking to myself, are you sure it's me or be another person? But it's an interesting one. And um, thank you very much for inviting me. I do not take it for granted. Like I'm telling people, you better now that I'm online, you better come and hear or come and ask questions because after this you pay me. So it's an interesting journey. It's not even food processing. I've done a lot of things.
Hmm.
I'm someone that I'm will I say restless? I don't like staying at a place, and I'm a go-getter. I don't like
Hmm.
no for an answer. So um I've had this is my fourth business. I've had three failed
Wow.
businesses. Um my first one started immediately after I had my first child. That was 13 years ago, and I was into event decoration for children and party planning for children. Then there weren't a lot of event people, especially for children, because what I've
Hmm.
come to understand is that um, if you want to go into business, yes, you are not the only one, but you really actually need to carve out a niche for yourself. So there weren't so many of us, there were just a few people. And all my savings, I put it into, investing in decoration, decorating things. And I had a very good mentor. Very, very important. Like, people make that mistake of when you want to go into a business, you just wake up one day. I have this inspiration, I have this passion. Passion alone cannot do it.
Hmm.
So I had this mentor that he handheld me, and another thing that I had the support of my family that helped. The first business I ran it was good though. It was good. I made money, but the advent of technology started coming in, new things were coming in. You need to just keep investing. Then we used to use plastic children's chairs that I've suffered. Plastic children's chairs. Then the plastic, by the time they now said plastic is no more. It's not that, is that cleric? And I said, where is the money I will now use and go and buy that? What will happen to this one? All my things I bought, but for a while it went like I was known then on the mainland. I was doing parties a lot. But it was just passion. Like I said, one thing I just woke up, I said I want to do it, and I started doing it. So I didn't see myself going far. Then while I was doing that, I was also doing children's room decoration. They are not, I don't even think there's still business that does that. So
Hmm.
just decorating, when you have a new baby, you call an expert, they decorate and set up that baby's room. I did it for a few
Yeah.
customers. Like I said again, the business failed. Even for self. Then I now went into beddings. I started doing beddings. I got this. My auntie that had a shop in Tejo Show, she helped me. They will give me bills of bed sheet. I will go get a tailor, sew them, package it very well. Because like I said, there are people doing it, but there were not people doing it in an effigy kind of way. It's not just selling bed sheet.
Hmm.
Package it properly. I did my flyer. I was selling on Jumia Konga. Almost, I was just telling my daughter, almost every week I will go to either Jumia or Konga to go drop. I was selling.
Hmm.
Most of then e-commerce I just started. Um, okay, before the beddings, I think when I had my second daughter, the party and the what would I call that business now? The room decoration.
The
It didn't go
decorating.
well. Yes, I was now thinking, okay, what else can I do? I told me I cannot stay in one place. Okay, I had some clients. I went to, and I like going to the market. Bargain, I like good bargain. So I used to go to K2 there, buy fruits. My mom, God
Hmm.
bless her for me, she will come, I'll buy fruit very early in the morning, as early as 4. My mom and I will wake up. I was pregnant though. We wake up, we cut it, put it in a plate, package, brand, put everything, put in a fridge. I'll just by the time take care of my daughter, and then I say I just had one daughter, I just had one child. So take care of my daughter, then I take her to school, drop her in school, then I'll come back, shower, pack those things in very nice cooler, then I'll start going to offices,
Hmm.
going to offices sell. It was good too. But that one is just passing by. Then before the bedding. So the bedding why I actually start why the one that one actually stopped because I had a shop at Oshodi. But we now
Okay.
moved to Lekki. We now moved to Lekki when I had my third child. I didn't see myself every day committing that going to Oshodi. It wasn't that one, it wasn't working. So that was how that the whole business closed out. But when it closed out, sitting at home, it was just depressing. Honestly, it was depressing. I don't even know how women do it. You just stay at home, you're not doing anything. I don't know how they do it though. Even if my husband has million naira, as in billions, I will still have to work. So I was like, Adanne, you have this, you like cooking because I like cooking a lot. I can make afang soup. They always say, Adanne, afang soup is your best soup. I can make afang soup in 10 minutes. I don't like wasting time in the kitchen. And I'm always cooking. Even family gatherings in the village. I've cooked for a wedding, my uncle's wedding. I've cooked, those things cooked. I said, I thought, okay, why can't you, do something in that regard? So anytime I cook, especially that afang soup, I go to Onyibo to buy my palm oil. I'll pour a whole bottle, the Ragolis water now, Ragolis water
Yeah.
bottle. I'll pour almost
Yeah.
all the bottles. Either my soup spoils or it changes taste or the palm oil, the thing was just, crazy. So I had to call one of my aunties that is a very big cook over the years, even when I was very small. And I called her and I told her, where do you buy source your palm oil? That I'm even thinking about this thing. Can I even start it? How much are they selling it? She told me it was about 6,000 naira. Then no, palm oil, 25
Hmm.
gallons. But I didn't have money. So I told my brother, I have five brothers and I'm the only girl. So I now told one of my brothers, I said, please, I don't have money. Please, can you lend me money?
Hmm.
At that day, we know you now. We know you now. Okay, you now lend me. He lent me 30,000 naira. So I bought 6 gallons of palm oil,
Yeah.
by the time you put
Yeah.
transportation and everything. And I came back, okay, if I want to do this palm oil, how am I going to do it? So I said, I'm not going to use that Ragolis, but I have to do it very well. So I put the palm oil. If I don't know if you check my pages when I started, you see those old bottles unbranded. I started selling, and that was how just the business kept evolving from palm oil, crayfish. Those were the two things that I started with, and added some dry fish. I was buying from Moron. I had to travel even down to Akwa Ibom when I started, to go make all those inquiries and all those contacts. And I came back and okay, this is now the business. You now need to do it. And mind you, when I did it, before I started this palm oil, I've worked with several organizations, but the last one that I worked with before I resigned is called Tranos. It's an engineering company. I was the business development manager, but I had complications with my pregnancy. I had to resign. So see somebody, foreign language, French and German, working with marketing communications for secondly an engineering company now into agriculture. So it's a roller coaster and a drive. So yeah, that's I know my
Well
story is long.
done. it, it has been I'm sure it has been like a very interesting journey. When you were talking about all the phases that you had to move through before you finally landed into this food processing. So you mentioned that you started with palm oil first of all, and then you moved to crayfish. So how many products do you have now? You started with those two. How many do you have now? And do you have samples with you there so that you can show them to us?
Yeah, I do. Unfortunately, I have no. I don't have anyone. I don't have
Okay.
anyone. I don't have anyone. So I started with palm oil, then crayfish. Yeah. But
Yeah.
now we have over 13 and counting. Presently, we are
13
working.
products.
Yeah, we are working on
Wow.
11 new. products. 11 new products by the end of at the end of next week. We are going to launch. So we are trying to go full-fledged into healthy, will I say healthy catalog, healthy, yeah, will I call it catalog? So we have the spices on one hand, we have the blends, seasoning blends, and I always, when I say spices and seasoning, people like, when I say I'm into seasonings, I have seasoning blends, rather. That's what I use. I said, but people say, what is seasoning blend? So let me use also this opportunity, right, to educate people. Spices are single products. Single,
Mm.
for example, ginger powder, turmeric powder, cinnamon powder. These are spices. When you now start
Okay.
mixing them, it becomes a seasoning.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the differentiate. So spices, seasoning on one hand, we have oil, we have honey, the oil part. So what our next phase is going into gluten-free flours, because yes, since last week and yesterday, even today, I've met a lot of people who have health issues that need to cut back, as they need to pay attention on what they eat. So instead of you just coming getting, if you say we are a healthy company, you just come and it's spices and oil. It really doesn't cut it out. So we're trying to expand our product range. So you come, you buy spices for your cooking, then you have the flours that we are going to launch. So be expectant. And we have our teas. Our tea, how we've been on this tea journey, trying to create, trying to make it, bring out the best for people for the past 1 year and plus. So, yeah. So we are going to be having full-fledged, almost 20 or 30 products coming out.
Wow, wow, that's a lot. It's a jump from where you are currently, 13 to like over 20 products in the next 1 week. I think I saw one of your products, a very interesting product. I think it's the banga spice. Is that actually a spice or a paste?
No, 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 it's a spice.
Hmm. Hmm. Can you tell us about
It's a,
that banger? Is it that one? There's this stuff like that they used to make banger. I think is palm kernel. There's this stuff like that you buy it. It's all, is that what it is?
so the palm kernel, right? The banga paste
Yes.
is a product of the product that comes from the palm fruit.
Yeah.
Right? So the
Yes.
palm fruit,
Yeah.
the palm fruit they use in making palm oil, right?
Mm.
So for palm oil, right? When you extract the juice, you put it inside the pot and boil it to boil it so that you see that the oil, the palm oil that you
Comes
and I use to cook now
up.
comes up. Yeah, that's the
Mm.
palm oil. But for the banga, we do not allow the oil to come out much. So the whole, the whole paste on the
Everything.
way, yes, comes out. Yeah, so it's different. But ours is just the spice that gives it the taste. So the spice is
Oh,
the one that gives it the taste. Yeah, and there are two different types of banga, meal. So there's banga stew and there's
yeah.
banga soup. They taste
Okay.
differently and they use
Mm.
them for different things. So for the stew, you use rice, but for
Okay.
the soup, you use swallow, and
Swallow.
the swallow you use is called starch.
Yes.
So, and yeah, that,
Okay. Okay.
that one is just our normal. It's not even one of the one of the important spices. We have a substitute for bouillon cubes. A lot of people don't know. A few people know. As I went to Rwanda, that was this. I sold everything, and people wanted more. So it's a substitute for bouillon cubes. So instead of using your bouillon cubes, I'm not going to call because they are brand names.
Yeah.
So instead of using them, use that instead. It's all natural. It's all healthy. It's all organic. It's our local spices mix, our which is locust beans, and other ingredients inside it. So yeah.
Okay, so what are some of the other spices you have? You have banga, you have this one that is a replacement for
It's
bouillon
oriental.
cubes. What are some others that you have? You have
We have
oriental.
that one is called Oriental Delish.
Okay,
Oriental Delish.
okay,
We have all-purpose seasoning. We have
okay.
jollof spice. We have fried rice spice. We have eight spice blend. Eight spice blend is a signature spice of Addis. It's a marinade for any protein. Then we have
Oh,
this one. Yeah, then we have Ansala spice. Ansala is also a native spice for a native soup that is called
hmm.
white soup. So that soup you don't cook it
Oh,
with palm oil, yeah, or fisherman soup.
no.
It's yeah,
Yeah.
with palm oil. Yeah. So those ones are seasoning. Do you have any other seasoning? Then yeah, we have pepper soup spice, lemon pepper soup spice.
Okay,
Then for
okay.
the single spices, we have garlic, we have ginger and garlic, we have cinnamon, we have turmeric. What other spice do we have? Then for our some of our clients, because we work with dietitians and nutritionists, so they request for cayenne pepper and paprika. Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, then we have honey, we have crayfish, we have palm oil. Yeah, that's what we have for now.
Wow,
So
wow. This is lovely. This is lovely. Okay, so for Addis, what makes your product stand out? Is it the types? I think the types make you stand out because I think I'm hearing Insala spice for the first time from you. So you have like a range that makes you stand out. But then if they ask you, for example, that okay, add this spice, why should I buy it? What makes it stand out?
when we say Addis, it's not actually synonymous to range of products because there are other people that have almost the same thing that we do. But what makes us
Okay.
unique, our unique selling point is our processing. So our
Hmm.
processing is from start to finish. So I don't go buy or we don't go buy already processed product,
Hmm.
and so we buy for our ginger, onion, turmeric, those fresh vegetables, right? Then the leaves we use certain hybrid leaves or hybrid herbs rather, sorry, in
Hmm.
our product. So like the parsley, the dill, the coriander, all those fresh herbs, we process them fresh. So if you look at
Hmm.
some of our video, you see it's fresh. So we process fresh with dry. That is what stands us out. Another unique selling point of Addis is that we do not put any preservative, chemicalized,
Hmm.
chemicalized lab preservative. We do
Hmm.
not put additive, we do not put coloring. So what you see is what you get. Yeah. We don't
Wow.
put anti-caking agents. Like someone bought a spice from us last year. One kg. She's
Hmm.
a caterer. Bought one kg. We are just talking. Yes, I said, come. I hope you put those spices in the fridge. She said no, it's in her store. I said better go and put. I said, this thing is almost 1 year now. I said better go and put that thing in the fridge because there's no preservatives. But when you if you
Inside.
put this thing in the fridge or freezer, it locks in the moisture. So fast does
Hmm.
not air. So I always tell people, please, when you buy our spices, there are no anti-caking agent, there are no preservatives. Don't use wet spoon inside the spice. Don't put
Mm.
it above the pot. Try and take it away if you want
Okay.
it to
No
last.
moisture. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that's about it. So we process from start to finish, then we do not even try to put any preservatives. Yeah, that's what makes us quite different. Even though the
Wow, that's
economy is
lovely.
pushing us, but we are standing true to our word. That's the only thing that can make us competitive, honestly. That's the
Mm.
only thing. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, so for your processing, the machines you use, are they locally fabricated or you imported those machines?
It's all
Machines you use
imported.
for your processing. They are all
It's all
imported.
imported.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Then you just talked about your product quality now. How do you ensure that you have been at this for a while? How do you ensure that the quality is maintained? That every time I buy a spice or a seasoning from Addis, what I got before is what I'll still get. Are there certifications that you have? Is there like some SOP that you follow to make sure that the quality is consistent every time?
Okay, so I think it's this new set of staff because I just got a new set of staff that we are still in the process. As I traveled, they are able to do some spices. They got some right, but there are some they did not get right because they didn't actually follow the process. But we have an SOP. So if I'm not there, you should
Hmm.
be able to process the spice the way I'll process it. It has a process. So we have processes, right? We've gone past that. If I'm not there, spice will not be done. The only spice I still do myself for now till tomorrow, for now till tomorrow, are the Oriental Delish, the pepper
Hmm.
soup, Sala, and the banga. Because those ones, I don't know, it doesn't have process. And it's just in my head. It's just in my head. You know how we cook. You don't used to count how many salt you're putting. So it's only me that know it. So I've tried to follow that process, but I will get it. But it's only me. But other ones, they will do it the way I will do it. They will do it the way I will do it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, then for certifications, we have US FDA, we have HACCP.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
We are
You
working
have
on our
enough that
renewal, right? On NAFDAC. We are working on our renewal for NAFDAC. With God
NAFDAC.
helping us.
Okay.
NAFDAC is not as straightforward.
Amen.
It's not as
NAFDAC people, if you
straightforward
are watching, quickly,
as the other ones.
quickly,
It's not as
quickly
straightforward. It's not as
renew.
straightforward. It's not as straightforward as the other one. No, if it is straightforward, what's there's no
Yeah.
for HACCP is a straightforward thing. You get all your things right. FDA, you get all your documentation, everything. Get your SOP, get everything, traceability. It's just a straightforward. But stand NAFDAC is just giving me a headache, Charlie. It's just giving me a
NAFDAC
headache.
people, if you watch this video, please let's make these things as straightforward as possible for our SMEs.
They should have it.
Um,
I was just talking to my brother. I remember that was the break-in of a business during the COVID that our former vice president, VPO Sibajo, slashed and reduced the price. Did you see what that man did? What I will use to register one product, I used to register five.
5 years,
Yeah.
yes, I
Yeah,
remember.
there are multiple taxations, every left, right, and center.
Hmm.
God help us. But we'll get there.
Amen,
We'll get
amen, amen.
there.
Well done.
Mm.
So, you just talked about the cost of raw materials. So, it's not even just the cost of raw materials. 2024 has been interesting. So, it's the cost of raw materials, it's the cost of packaging, it's the cost of energy, it's the cost of fuel. So how have you been able to manage all of these costs on your operations? Have you had to increase prices of your products? Like, how many times have you had to increase prices this year?
Every day. I increase price every day. So, let me not even go there. You see this one you just asked. That means me and you will sleep here today. Well, the garlic just came. Garlic
Mm,
J came yesterday night at about 9 o'clock. I was still on the road waiting for the goods to arrive. Garlic, I bought, what am I even saying? This year, 24,000 for a quarter
mm,
bag.
mm,
Yesterday, that same garlic was 65,000 naira.
mm,
So that is why we discontinued putting our product in the shelves because we can't compete. I don't know
mm,
what other people are using to do their products, but for me, if you are not buying there, you are not my customer.
mm,
What happened? We went for the Exquisite Magazine exhibition last week, and one thing I just came back is my customers know my worth. They know what they are
mm,
getting, right? So
mm,
they're going to stick with me. I
mm,
don't have to come and start, I don't have to come and start pushing you, come and start telling stories. When you see it, you will know. One of the
mm,
ladies, she said, I love your jollof spice. See, if you test it, you will know. It is expensive,
mm,
oh. It is not
mm,
what you get in the market. So please don't compare at this because we know what we do. I don't go buy already dried onions. No, I process my onion. You see, onions. Funny enough, I bought onions earlier in the year when a bag of 100 kg onions was, I bought it 20,000 naira. That same onions, a bag is how much? 68,000 naira now. So
mm,
we dry everything at once. So it's when we dry that one bag, that 100 kg is going to do us almost for the year. I haven't bought onions again. So it's in the quality. Then what else again? Coriander is one of the major spices that we use.
mm,
Coriander, a bag used to be 18,000, 15,000. That coriander, a bag of 15 kg is 89,000. How am I going to explain? Which other
mm,
product? The one self that I saw which day that is making my head turn is cardamom. Cardamom is the second most expensive spice in the whole world. Is in one
mm,
of our products in our all-purpose seasoning. Cardamom, I used to buy a kg for 9,000. 9,000. It started growing 18,000. That the same cardamom, 1 kg of cardamom is 89,000 naira. 89, 89.
wow.
A kg. So when I give you a product, you understand, right? What else again? Ginger. Right, we had ginger crisis. Ginger, fresh bag of ginger used to cost 15,000 naira. A fresh bag of ginger is 150,000 naira. So, how do I explain to you? I'm not going to put anything. I'm not going to put any preservative. I'm not going to put anything. It's 100%. So, I'm even telling people, anybody that sells ginger for you 100 grams, less than 5,000 naira, know that thing
Mm,
is there's no ginger inside that thing. It's not ginger. They've mixed something else. I'm
mm,
telling you for a fact. So
mm,
with the cost, then we are processing for one of our export markets. We're processing the product. I bought 30,000 naira unit. We spent it in 5 days. We are in band A, band A. So, so I don't even know. I don't know where to start, but I know for a fact that my customers will stay. I know for a fact
mm,
because I'm a Christian that God will see us through because it
mm.
doesn't last. He said, "Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning." I know it's a phase, and I know we are going to get it through because I don't. What else am I going to? Are you going to employ me? Please come and employ me. I'll send my CV. Endorse my CV. Come on. So yeah. So that's where
Wow.
we are.
Yeah, one of the things that people have said over time is that in all of this, don't change your quality because, like you said, your customers know you, they know your product. So, when we know what we are going to get in that product, and even if it becomes more expensive, as long as we know that we are getting what we are supposed to get, everybody will adjust. We have been adjusting since the beginning of the year, buying as the price has been moving. So let's talk about selling your products. What are some of the obstacles that you face in selling your products, either locally or exporting them?
It's quality, it's pricing. I
Hmm.
even I wrote one. Is it Ode? I wrote one episode for one of my
Hmm.
exports market. I'm not. They know. I'm not going to. They buy a large quantity. They now told me. They asked me price. I gave them. They now say somebody gave them. If it's a ridiculous price, I said, well, you know my process. I cannot make a loss. I cannot make a loss. You know my process. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. The first time I did that, when they told me, oh, this person is giving us a cheaper price, and I tried it. My sister, I made over more than 500,000 loss. I said I'm
Yeah.
not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So let them buy. But by the time the people buy it and go and test, use it and cook, they'll see that the quality that those people are giving are not my same quality. So our issue with exports is pricing. Our issue
Hmm.
with exports is pricing. And I'm not going to, like I said, we are not going to, go low on quality just to appease people. It's
Hmm.
better I look for another business.
Okay. 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 Um, let's talk about something interesting. Let's talk about grants, right? I know that you have got a couple of grants. Were they government grants or they came from other organizations?
Both government and other organizations. And I still want my winning streak back. It's been long. I want fresh grant too. I want fresh grant. That one is 80.
Grant, grant organizations, come and give at this processing
Please,
grant.
told
So,
them they should give me grant. So unless they don't want me to food. If you want to be seeing this my face and be hearing my face, better give me grant. So both the private and government. Lagos State, yeah, I enjoyed the grants. Their LSETF grant twice actually. Yeah,
okay.
USADF is actually the reason why Addis has grown. So we have a lot of state-of-the-art machines for growing. Then small grants here and there. But yeah.
Okay. So how did you position your company? Because I'm sure there are maybe one or two people who are listening and they are wondering that so they even get grants in this business. How did you position your company to be a beneficiary of these grants?
One, they want to see what you've been doing on your own. So nobody will want to give you money if they've not seen track record. That's what I've just understood. Then number two is they want to see value. So okay, why is your business different? That's number two.
Hmm.
Number three is how are you going to be giving back to the society? How many people are you going to be impacting? So
Hmm.
impact, value, and track record. Those are the three things. Yeah.
Okay, so for those who are joining us and are looking to get a grant, Agis has shared with you what's your impact, what's your value, and what is your track record. And it means that you have to have a track record. They are not going to give you a grant for a business that is just inside your head, sitting down there. Right. So looking back now from where you are standing, if you were to start at this processing all over again, what do you think you would do differently?
Hmm. I will look for help. I'm tired of doing this. I'll look for a partner. A partner because my head is breaking. I'm carrying this thing alone. I'll look for partner. That's number one. What I would say. That there's no other thing. I'll look
Hmm.
for partner because two heads are better than one. You can't
Hmm.
want to something that the other person can bring it. Wanting to do this alone, sometimes it can be daunting and it take a longer time. So having a partner who has a shared vision with you, it's actually um, what I would do better. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So for those who are interested in distributing your products, is that a an opportunity that you offer to people? Do you offer distributorship opportunities to people um, locally and internationally?
Yeah. we are open. Anything that gets me money, I don't mind. So we are open to distributorship. We are open to white labeling. So even if you want me to do product for you, product development, create for you, you brand in your name. Good. There's a particular restaurant. I'm not going to call. They are very big. They have chains. We have a particular spice that we do for them, right? So it's theirs. Right? Yeah. So we can do a particular spice for you, right? Yeah. So it's your signature spice. We have an agreement to sign. We can't do it for another person. Yeah. So anything that gets us money.
Okay, so for those who are on the call this evening, if you want Addis to create a signature spice for you, Addis has taken it a step further. She's not just
Mm.
offering you white labeling where she can produce what she produces. She can actually develop a new product for you, and it will be your exclusive product. So for the restaurants or the hotels, or even people who are just looking at developing a spice and you don't know how to go about it. I think that you shouldn't start from the beginning. Alice has already started. All those things she was talking about, you don't have to go through them. You can always go through her if you are interested in getting a spice developed. So where can people place orders for your products if they need them? Is it only on IG?
No, www.adysagro.com. Adisagro.com.
Okay.
You can order.
Okay, additive-free.com. Order for her products. Follow her on IG. Just look at her handle now. Addis Agro. Just follow her and enter her DM after and patronize her. Buy her spices and her seasonings and place orders. And like I said earlier, if you are looking at a new line of spices, the one that no one has made before, Addis can make it for you. For those who want to go into agro processing and they are still waiting for when the time is perfect, what advice do you have for them?
Mm, what to lie? Okay, so you already said it. Most times you don't want to make mistakes that we've already made. We've already made. Learn from people that have done it. If you need you to
Hmm.
pay before I got into processing, I paid. I went to go and learn from somebody that was already doing it, and I put my own tweak to it, right, and perfected it. Learn from somebody that have done it. You don't do it alone. The mistakes will be the money you are going to spend on the mistakes. You would have used that thing to learn from somebody and make it better. Number two is um every business is viable. Every business is viable. If you're serious, put your mind to it and look for ways to be innovative, right? Just keep changing things, keep adding things, keep removing the one that did not work, remove it. When you try it again, it doesn't work, remove it, add something, put something. What I always tell people, I've gotten more no's like than any person. But you will not know. It's when I now get one yes. It's as if this woman she's always winning. The nose I've gotten can make you even cry. Sef. I'll just be crying. So, but one thing about myself is never give up. If, like I said, the vision is for an appointed time.
Hmm.
When as in when God opens that door, it opens, as in it floods, it gets flooding. You will not be saying, who am I? But at that dark time, you are there saying, what is happening? Why is it only me? The enemy is just trying to make you give up, right? He's just trying to make you, but you just wait a little longer. It just opens up. Yeah, that's just my advice. Hang in there, learn from people that have done it. Don't make the same mistake. But yeah,
Okay, thank you so much for
thank you.
joining us this evening. I don't know if anyone online has a question you want to ask Addis. She's going to answer your question free this evening. After this evening, any question you want to ask her, you're going to have to put naira or another
I've told them.
currency.
I've told them.
You're going to put naira or a currency on top of it if you want to ask her questions. But it has been very, very wonderful having you here this evening. And your journey is inspirational. When you were chronicling the businesses that you had worked on, and how you finally found yourself inside this one. So for those that are currently in that space where maybe a particular business or a particular line has packed up. You see how Adit has told us about 4 businesses that she did before she now landed in this one that has become something very, very impactful in the society. Thank you again for joining us. I don't see any questions. For those of you who want to order or who want to distribute her products both in Nigeria and outside of Nigeria, follow her on IG at this Agro. Send a message to her DM. Order her products, her spices, her seasonings, order them within and outside the country. Thank you again for
Thank you very
joining
much.
us, despite the fact that it was a very, very long day for you. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone, for joining our live today. We'll be back next week, Saturday, with other value added products from Africa. Until I meet you again, my name is Adetokunbo Adewoyin. I would like to encourage you to think African and buy African. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night, everyone. Good night. Good night.